I paid $36,000 for my 2019 Toyota RAV4 in 2022. Now, 2 years later, the dealer says it's only worth $19,000. What's up with that, Toyota? This is my story. It's not my story, but it's actually a story that I want to share. Let's dive into it, guys. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Frank Talks Money. Real quick, guys, I just need one favor. You know what it is. Smash that like button. The more likes the video receives, the more the algorithm will share the video with more like-minded people like you and me. Now let's get right into the content. I came across this article, guys, and it very much sums up a past video that I made about how individuals are sinking, being underwater on their auto loans. And this story just reiterated that fact, how individuals now that bought cars in 2021, 2022, 2023 are very much so underwater with their car loans and they can't get out of them. So let's dive into this article. Bethany Simcoe purchased her 2019 Toyota RAV4 from a Toyota dealer in 2022 for $36,000. Now, as she wants to sell it because she is moving from Hawaii back to Los Angeles, California. When she went to the same dealer that sold her the car, they are now telling her it's worth only half of what she originally paid for the vehicle 2 years ago. Guys, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. I'm moving from Hawaii back to LA and I need to sell my 2019 Toyota RAV4. Now the Toyota dealer where I purchased it from tells me it's only worth $19,000 2 years later after I paid $36,000 in 2022. Guys, this is absolutely insane. Guys, if you're still here, smash that like button for me, guys. Guys, if you're still here, smash that like button for me, please. So she is absolutely going nuts about this, guys. Fast forward 2 years later. Now just 2 years later, the car is only worth $19,000 and the dealer is only offering $19,000 because prices on the RAV4 have dropped significantly. The drop in value can be attributed to the end of 2021 car shortage, which has led to more balanced supply and demand situation in the used car market. Bethany says, I'm moving in 5 days and I don't have time to put my car on Facebook Marketplace. I still owe $22,000 for this vehicle, but I have to sell it now. I know that selling it to the dealer is much easier than selling it by myself. My RAV4 is my baby. I paid $36,000 for it 2 years ago. They better give me a better offer, she says, with a smile on her face. As she waits for the dealer to check the car over and inspect it, she says, they better handle my car nicely. Now, after the dealer tells her the car is only worth $19,000 and they can only give her $19,000 wholesale for her SUV. She is stunned and don't know what to do. So, I got a clip from Toyota. Let's dive into it.
So I used to work for Toyota Finance, and my job was to figure out how to get you a loan, how to get you out of a loan into a new loan, or how to get you out of a loan that you can no longer afford to pay. And I have people in my inbox all the time asking me, how do I get...
No, actually your job was to screw people over. You worked for Toyota Finance. Your job was to screw people over and tell them how hard it would be to get out of their loan. You wasn't trying to help people. You were trying to give these loans to people and probably give loans to people who really couldn't even afford the vehicle. So don't say you were trying to help people. That was not the case.
Out of this negative equity that I have with my trade-in. And my answer will always be the same. You are stuck unless you can purchase a vehicle.
There's no way to get out of negative equity. The only way you can get out of negative equity when you're trading in a car is have the cash to make up the negative equity. Because if you don't, the only other way you're going to get out of it is going to have to go on the other end. It's going to have to go, that negative equity is going to have to go on the other loan. You're going to have to pay it. There's no way to get out of a car when you have negative equity. There's no way.
That has a rebate associated with it, so you could try to offset the negative equity. And even in that case, you may still get pencil whooped when it comes down to purchasing that vehicle. So you really have to run the numbers before you make a decision. But your only option outside of a natural disaster happening and your car going swimming,
I'm sure you're going to still get pencil whipped, because the goal of that dealer is to make money. They're not trying to help you out. They're not trying to help you out. The goal of the dealer is to screw you over. And so they can make as much money as they want to make on that vehicle. They're not going to try to help you get out of that negative equity. One way or another, that bank on that car you trading in, they're going to get their money. The dealer doesn't want to help you.
is to try to offset some of that negative equity with a rebate from a car manufacturer. Car buying is just one of those finagling industries. And if you have any questions for me about
basically what she's saying is your car gets stolen, it's totaled, or a tornado comes through and just wipe it out and it ends up in a lake somewhere. That's the only way you're going to get out of that negative equity. And honestly, you're not going to get out of it then, because if you owe, let's say $10,000 for the car, right? You owe $10,000, but the car is only worth $5,000. Even if a natural disaster happens, you're still going to owe that $5,000. Even if the car gets totaled, you're still going to owe that other $5,000. There's no way out of negative equity. There's no way out of it. At least I haven't heard of a way that's out of it, but only way of out of it is just, yeah. So guys, the best thing to do is, like, when it comes to buying a new car, don't buy a new car. Buy a used car, because your chances of having negative equity or not very much of negative equity is better with a used car, in my opinion, because you've already ate up a lot of the new car depreciation. But from what I've learned with a lot of experts, guys, they say don't buy a car and finance it longer than 3 years. If you don't finance it longer than 3 years, you probably won't have very much negative equity in it, because you're paying a lot of the principal. You're paying a lot of principal in your normal payment. So the best way to not have a car and end up with negative equity is probably finance it 3 years or shorter. That's what I've learned from a lot of financial gurus. They say go 3 years or less, and that'll probably lessen your chances of having a lot of negative equity. That's because Americans love cars. We love financing cars. We just can't not go out and buy these expensive ass cars. Americans just love buying cars. I don't understand the fascination that Americans have with cars. I know individuals, their identity is tied into a car. They love their damn car. And I don't know why. It's not that damn serious.
George, how often do we get people who have rolled negative equity into vehicles? They end up upside down, and it's just they're trying to move heaven and high water to get out of these loans.
My guess is 90% of the callers with car loans are upside down in
100%.
this market.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons I hate car loans so much.
So guys, the gist of the video is that don't get yourselves caught up buying these expensive ass cars that you're financing for 5, 6, 7 years, because you're going to end up with negative equity. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen, because you finance a car for 5, 6, 7 years. The first 2 or 3 years, you're probably just paying all interest, mostly interest. It's not as bad as buying a house, but you're not putting a dent into that principal. Especially on a 6-year loan, you're probably not putting a dent into the principal to probably year 3. We got to make smarter decisions, guys, with these cars, and stop buying these expensive ass cars. And with tariffs, right now, about to hit these cars, I'm not going to buy a new car for nobody. And I wouldn't advise anyone to go buy a new car. Just wouldn't. It's a depreciating asset that goes down in value, guys. So guys, yeah, I just want to share that article with you guys and share those couple of clips with you. Remember to like the video, share the video, and most important, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Frank Talks Money. And with that, guys, always remember, financial decisions you make today will impact your financial life tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Frank Talks Money. I am out.